Hey everybody, welcome to another Cortex Ration review. Today we have a very fun ration here. We have menu number 3, beef patty, that's dehydrated. We have our bean component. This is not for pre-flight, flight use. I wonder why? Probably the beans. Just a guess. With accessory packet B. This is from Freedom New York Incorporated in Bronx, New York. This was a company that was only actually filling MREs from I believe 84 to 86, and then they got into a very large legal dispute with the U.S. government. So they went through a very long series of lawsuits. I believe they were still going on until recently. There's a whole website on it. I'll post it in the description if I don't forget. Leave a comment if you want me to put it if I forget it. I will apologize now if I do, because I am forgetful. But I guess they had a bunch of issues with pretty much, delivering on the orders that the government was asking for. So they got in some big heat with them, and they didn't make them anymore. So I don't think there's any videos of this actual company's MREs on YouTube. So I guess this is technically a first, but I mean, does it really matter? You're not going to really see anything different in there, but who knows? Maybe these, probably last longer and last less. You never know. You can never really know because there's no way to really know. So only way to really know is open this guy up. This guy basically was around from right the first year, 1981, all the way up to 1987, and then they phased out all the freeze-dried entrees. There was this one, and there was a pork patty that was dehydrated, and you just basically add water. I've had the pork one. It was not too bad. This one, I believe, actually has a really other cool component in it, and you'll see it when I open it, if it is in here. So, really the only thing I do now is just break on in this guy. So let's get on in here. Cut this guy open. I'm going to put this one on display for sure. Make sure I don't cut anything. There is stuff right there, and I don't want to cut it. So let's check out what we got going on in here. This is going to require a lot of water. So right off the bat here, we have a chocolate cover brownie. That's very fun. Of course, you can barely read it on here, but it says brownies. There's not brownies, there's just one brownie. And let's see if we have ourselves a date on here. I was thinking this is 86, but we'll have to check and see. This does not have a date on it from what I can tell. It's a little bit delaminated, but that doesn't mean much, but we'll see once we dig on in there. So let's see what else we got going on here. Here's your accessory packet. Got your coffee, cream substitute, sugar, candy, soup and gravy base, salt, chewing gum, matches, and toilet paper. And I'm trying to get it show up decently on here, but you know how these dark brown packages like to not show up very good on the camera, so I do apologize about that. So now you have a chocolate covered brownie and you have candy in here. So I mean, this is filled with candy. This is a very light ration. I should have mentioned that. This thing is light. I mean, it is super light. This is probably most of the actual weight is coming from the accessory packet. It's so heavy. So you got your MCI spoon. The accessory packet's not going to have a date on it, by the way, so there's no point in looking at that. Oh yeah, there's some more delamination right there, but this has still got the nice good old seal on it. The crackers. It's not all the way lined up. There's a little bit of a cracker sticking out right here. Let's see if there's a date on this guy. There's got to be a date somewhere. Oh, you know what? Wait, what is that? I thought this was thought that was a pinhole, but I don't know what that is on it. Some weird stuff going on there. There's no date on that either, so I guess we're just going to keep going. Oh, man. Here we go. Here's something fun. Something really good here. A nice cheese spread. And this thing is, it's pretty solid. And it is delaminating as well. This thing is not turned out too well on the cheese spread. That's not going to be very good anyway, so that's not a surprise. All right. Here we go. Here's our good old main menu here. This is, you can't read it at all, and I can barely read. It's not you on the camera. It's not the camera. I can barely read this. This is cooked beef patties. I'm going to put that off right there. It says you can eat dry. We're not going to do that. And then we have our beans with tomato sauce. Not a huge fan of like barbecue beans and stuff like that, but it's worth a try. Last time it wasn't too bad, and that's it. That's too bad because the item I was talking about was the potato patty, and there's no potato patty in here, and that's too bad. But you know, we got the crackers. So let me get some water for this beef patty here, and we'll check the stuff out. Oh, and I gotta get some for the super gravy base, so I'll get for both of those. I shall be right back. Alright, I have the water for the soup and gravy base. I got the water for the beef patties. I got the water boiling for the beans with tomato sauce. So let's get this thing going first here. Let's get this going because we gotta get this nice and hydrated. This might take 10-15 minutes. So let's try this guy out first. Let's get this open. Still nice, good. Still got a nice vacuum seal. So that's always a good sign. Plus freeze dried. Really helps it last longer. Ooh yeah. Nice little hiss there. I probably couldn't hear it from where I'm at, but trust me, there's a nice little hiss right there. Alright. So, let's get this guy out. It's going to be nice and greasy like the pork patty was I had before. And yeah, it's a little nice and greasy. So here's a nice little fun thing here. This right here is a dehydrated pork patty. Very interesting. And basically, you're just going to add your water into this, but I don't see the point. I'm gonna just basically put it in this guy here, and then we're just gonna let it sit in there on the side and get nice and hydrated. So here it is out of the pouch. I don't know what that white stuff is. I probably shouldn't even think about it. I imagine it's just fat separation. What's it smell like? Yeah, it smells just like how the last time I had a pork patty. It smells sort of fishy. That's very strange. So I'm just going to throw that right in there like that. And we're just going to put that to the side. I'll flip it over and get some nice good old flippy action on there. So while that thing does its thing, let's get this accessory packet up really quick. This is that accessory packet B. If you watched my one about all my different accessory packets I had around then, this will be the B. This has pretty much most of the good stuff in there. It's soup and gravy base and candy. So let's see what we got going on in here. See if I get actual good candy in here, not trash. And especially the soup and gravy base was terrible last time, so I imagine this one might not be. So let's see here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Some milk caramels. Not as bad as last time, but they're dark, and they're not supposed to be that dark. But, I'll open them up and try them out. You never know, right? It's worth a try. So here's, that's a good sign. Well, see, right down here, the soup and gravy base is nice and hard, but up here is a little bit more powdery, but we'll see how it, does that smell all right? What is that? Oh, what do these smell like? I don't smell them. In here, it just smells weird in here. I think it's from this soup and gravy base, but so here's your cream substitute, dry, non-dairy. For your coffee or tea. I'll drink tea or coffee, so I drink some tea. I shouldn't say I don't drink all coffee. I drink some tea, but that's not a hard brick, so that's a good sign out here so far. And here's your same old coffee instant type 1. I keep getting this one. I think this is right around when they brought down the amount of grams that was in there, because I think it used to be 2.5, and sometime in the mid 80s it went to 2.2. Here's your toilet paper. Probably might need it after the beans. Messes you up. Got your salt. Might actually use this on the patty, but we'll see how it is if it's salty by itself. And then sugar. Look how giant it says sugar on there. They really want you to know it's sugar, huh? So there's your sugar there. Diamond crystal salt. Even though it's sugar, it's made by a salt company. It's very interesting. And then you have your staple here, your matches. I mean, these have been a staple of rations for decades. I mean, a lot of this stuff in the accessory packet is. I mean, accessory packet is just full of stuff that's just really stuff you're just used to seeing in an accessory packet. I mean, but what else would you put in there? And then you have yourself your gum, and it looks like we got spearmint this time, not peppermint or cinnamon. I don't know when cinnamon actually came in, but sometimes they have cinnamon. Alright, so there's all that. I guess let's get this crackers open now. It's got a little bit of delamination, but it looks like it's still got the seal. I forget when they got rid of the salt ones, but I believe this is post-salt. So this will not be salted crackers. These are being still good crackers, but not as good as the salted ones. But I could be wrong. Let me see here. Oh no, these are salted. Alright, so these are still the salted ones. I didn't even look at what the date was. I can't find any. There's no date on anything. I don't know if it's just this company doesn't date anything, but there are no date codes on anything unless these beans have it. Alright, there we go. Took me this long to even look. This is, I was told at 86, and this is the 113th day of 1985, but these could be packed in 86, so I'll still guess that this is 1986. So there's your crackers. Going right off topic what I was doing. I mean, they're crackers. If you had a cracker once, you've had a cracker twice, you've had a cracker 100 times. But these salted ones are far above beyond the post-unsalted. Like, post-salted ones are good, but these salted ones really, really hit the spot. So let's get this beans open. And this, I don't think it's bulged. I think it's just folded over, but it feels a little weird. But I'll wait and see when I open it. Alright. It's, of course, glued to the front, so I ripped the box up when I tried to take it out, but that didn't go too bad. Alright, so, no, it's not bulged. That's weird. I've never seen that before. I've never actually seen it labeled on the bag like that. It's very strange, but this is beans with tomato sauce. I mean, not the funnest of sides, and they took them out, but like pretty much when these went away, they took those out. So I mean, it's beans. It's should be all right. The ones I had before were good, but we'll see how this is. Now let's try out this chocolate covered brownie. Let's see how this looks. These things have very little luck of staying good, so I don't have high hopes for this. I've had one good before, but I very rarely run into one that was actually still good. But we'll see once we get into this thing. This thing's delaminated pretty bad too. But I could just pull this apart in here. That's never a good sign. There you go. Nice. That's not supposed to happen at all. But it happened. I gotta rip in here. Actually get to the actual brownie. Doesn't look too bad. It's a nice little brownie. It's getting a little bit on me, but it's fine. Let's see how it smells. It actually doesn't smell too bad. When they get bad, they smell. And that actually doesn't smell, so that's a pretty good sign. So let's go to our next item here. Let's get this soup and gravy base going, and we'll see how this looks. And then after that, we'll take a little break and let this beef patty and the beans cook. Right, just flipping over this patty so we get it nice and hydrated. I don't want to have a weird crunchy bit in the middle. So I put, what's this, 8 ounces? Oh, actually, I only did 6, so this might not be a little too. So here's this. I'm just going to put it in my hand here. This is basically pieces now of gravy base. But last time it looked like that too. How does it smell? Oh, man, it smells like last time. I don't think that's going to be too good. All right, what's in here? There's something going on in here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here's the big block is down there. That's why. There you go. That's why I couldn't get it out. It was all clumped up in there. So there we go. Let's get that disgusting mess going. It just doesn't even smell good still. I don't know if it's always been like this, but I do not like that smell. Let's get closer. Oh God, it smells like burnt rubber. Why does it smell like that? Why would? I don't even understand. Let's get this over here. Put this cheese spread right here. Let's just open this up, because I know this ain't going to be good. Might as well just open it up and look at it, because it's not going to go in a cracker. It's just impossible to get this thing open. I don't even want to touch it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man, I can't even get this open. Oh, let's just squeeze this out. So there's that. Oh, it smells awful. Not as bad as I've been used to, but that's not peanut butter. That is, that's your cheese spread. Once I get a nice, come on, focus. It really doesn't want to focus on it. I'll just put it in my hand. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'll put it in my hand. I'll wash my hand, of course, but man, it really doesn't want to focus on it. It's so gross that it doesn't want to focus on it. Well, that's disgusting, and I definitely shouldn't touch this. Oh, there's so many weird smells going on right now. There's that going on with the gravy, and there's a cheese spread. So I need to clean this up, and then we'll be back once the beans are nice and ready, and this beef patty, I should say, should be nice and ready to go. So we shall be right back. Alright, we are back in business, and there it is. It fell apart when I took it out, but let's pretty much turn it back into a patty. Here we go. Bam. Oh, it's flipped up. There we go. There we go. Now it's back to normal. Look at that. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Look pretty good. Let's get the beans on the plate next. On the tray, I should call it. It's not really a plate. It's more of a tray. Well, I guess it is a plate if you want to look at it that way. I'm just blabbering today. I'm sorry. I'm half asleep. All right, let's see what we got going on in this. Well, it smells good. It's got a little bit more of a molasses smell than the last time I had it. Almost smells sweet, and they look different too. And these are smaller, and they smell different. It's a different kind of tomato sauce, I guess. It's made by the same company like last time, so I don't know if... last time I had it was 84, so I don't know. But they smell good. And they look good. Alright. Yeah, I'm actually kind of a little bit excited about those. Those look not too bad. My focus is getting confused about everything that's going on the plate. But, it's not too bad. I actually got to open up this toilet paper because I don't want to contaminate the beef patty with my tomato sauce. I want to make sure I get a nice clean bite of this beef patty before I combine it. I mean, I guess really good way of eating this is combining it together. And I guess you're really supposed to put the soup and gravy base on it maybe. I don't know exactly if that's what the intention is, but I don't want to do that because I'm pretty sure I'm going to destroy the beef patty if I do that. So we're just going to try it separate. But for now, we're going to try this one by itself. Alright. So there's this guy. Let's get a nice and close up of it. There you go. It's a nice good old 1985, 86 beef patty. Let's give it a try. That's not too bad. And you know what? That tastes just like the cheap school lunchroom burgers that we used to get in school in my high school. That's exactly what that tastes like. That is hilarious how close that is, similarity. That's funny. It tastes a lot like Salisbury steak is another thing I would compare it to. That tastes a lot like Salisbury. And I do like Salisbury, so that's not too bad, but you know, you can't make a burger out of it. You got crackers, you don't have bread. They weren't even testing bread. They did test a kind of like a bread later on in the 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. But this is before that, of course, so. But, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, I would more call it a Salisbury steak than a beef patty, but that's just me. I mean, technically it is a beef patty, so are they lying? No. But, let's go on to the next thing here. Here's the, good old beans and tomato sauce. Real fun side. Sarcasm. Let's try it out. It really smells good though. Let it settle. The smell can be deceiving. No. Those are pretty good. And I honestly like them better than the 1984s I had. And those were different. Those were a little more tomatoey and vinegary. This is a little more sweeter. They definitely use a different tomato sauce going into this one. So that's not too bad. Really like that. Alright, so let's, I guess let's get this stirred up. Get this wiped off and let's stir this mess. There's this. It all hydrated together. There's no chunks in here or anything. But oh, wait. Oh, I lied. Hold on. I can get it. Come on. Come to me. Come on. There it is. I lied. There's a little chunk right there. I'm not going to just eat that, but it's in there. So it didn't all the way dehydrate, or all the way hydrate, but that's fine. That's probably that big chunk that was on the bottom. So we're just going to do, I don't even want to do that much. Because last time that was a awful tasting. So we're going to do this a little bit right here and see how this goes. Oh, no, that's fine. Alright, that's way better than last time I had. Last one was terrible. That actually tastes pretty good. We're actually going to, you know what? I'll pour a little bit on there. I was saying I wouldn't do that, but this is actually still good. So let's pour some of that super gray base on there. It's really good. Got a nice good beef flavor to it, obviously, being beef flavored. But, you know, excuse me. It's not like last time, but it tasted like death and rubber. It smelled like rubber. It don't taste like it, though. So let's give it a try with it. Whoa. Oh, yeah. That's pretty freaking good. That's just like a really good Salisbury with some nice gravy on it. That's the way to do it. I'm not even going to buy these. There's no point. That's the only way you should eat it. Oh, but it's good. Stuck in my throat. Alright. I don't have any cheese spread, but I still try out this cracker out. It didn't smell any weird, bleachy. It smelled like cracker. Still got that, I believe, the saltiness to it, but we'll see. It looked like they're salty crackers, but I could be wrong. We'll take a test bite and we'll see if it's still the salty ones. Oh, yep. Those are still for sure the salty ones. Really good. Man, I really wish I had some cheese spray peanut butter with this. I might actually, after this camera is turned off, put some cheese, or some peanut butter on it. I don't have any cheese spray. Actually, I do have some cheese spray. Oh, peanuts. Oh. Well, I might put that on there, but I'm definitely going to put some something on there. Because it deserves it. I'm going to get a drink of water, so I'll have dry throat, though. Oh, alright, that's much better. Alright. Now let's dig into dessert. Nice chocolate-covered brownie. Let's open this guy up and see how the nuts are doing it. And these brownies have nuts in them, and they can go pretty wrong. And they're dark. They're pretty dark. Let's get a nice focus in on it. I can. Focuser does not like it. Come on, you can do it. Okay, well, believe me, it's dark. You can see it, but not all the way dark. I can see them. Usually they just blend in, but I can actually see them. And it doesn't smell absolutely terrible. Just doesn't smell amazing, but we're going to give it a try. A little bite. Tastes like old chocolate. I have not noticed any kind of numbing yet. That's a good sign. There's a slight taste that reminds me of like eating old fudge bars, but not to that level. I don't want to make it seem like that's exactly what this is like, but it has that similarity to it. I'm trying to detect if I'm getting any numbing. I'm not noticing any numbing. I don't think it's in incredible shape, but I don't think it's bad. Try another bite. See if that's the bite that numbs my entire mouth. No. Excellent. Wow. Everything in here has been good so far. Every time I do a video, everything goes alright. Now that one, obviously, it's not in great shape. It tastes like old chocolate. It's a little weird, but I've had better ones than that. But, you know, it's really not that bad, especially compared to ones I've had. So, I mean, I guess I just keep making YouTube videos. Every time I do a YouTube video, everything turns out alright usually. And when I just eat them by myself, everything just falls apart. Everything's bad in them. Now, this might not be good anymore. But I didn't smell any weird smell. Usually it smells awful, but this didn't have any smell. But we'll find out once I open it. Nice milk caramel, you know, dry milk going bad in it. Or milk solids, or egg solids, or whatever. Not milk solids. Let's see here. Let me get this out. It's not sticking too bad. That's a good sign. Usually these things are sticking like crazy. It's sticking still, but and it's caramel. What do you expect? Let's see here. Let's say that one. It's just not supposed to be this dark. It's supposed to be golden, like caramel. Not dark, but it's not as dark as I've had it be. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Let's give this thing a try. I'm just going to do a little nibble. Let's see how it smells first. Yeah, I'm not smelling anything crazy weird, but we're just going to take a little nibble bite. Oh, immediately, I taste that old milk taste. Nope. Oh, oh, oh. See, there had to be something that was still bad. Oh, I can fight it. I can fight it. Oh, it's more. That's so weird. It's worse when you first start eating it than at the end. I've had it where it just builds up to this terrible old dry milk or milk, whatever in there, egg whites or whatever it's in there, egg solids, and it just gets this terrible aftertaste. But that actually went away, but I'm going to take a drink of water. So I have water on the side if you don't drink coffee, because I would have been kind of screwed otherwise. Oh. All right. Well, there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed checking this thing out. Really good menu. Not too bad. I mean, it's an item of its time. Really want it fit in today, especially now you can just have a beef patty in there. I mean, now they have the jalapeno pepper jack patty. Really good menu. One of my favorites. This is more like, that's more like actually tastes like a burger. This one just kind of tastes like Salisbury steak, which I like Salisbury. I'm fine with that. If you don't like Salisbury, then you're not going to like this menu, which is funny enough. I guess maybe, I'm trying to think maybe they didn't call it Salisbury because they didn't want people that don't like Salisbury to be anti this, but this is what it is. It's a Salisbury. It's not like eating a hamburger. It's not like the beef patty now where it's a hamburger. This is Salisbury steak. This is good still. I like these better in the older versions in the first generation. Crackers, fantastic. If you have nice salted crackers, you know you're going to have a good day. That's a little old tasting, but it's not. It's edible. I would say this is edible, and these are not edible. One day I'll run into milk caramels that are still good. I think I've had like 6 or 7 of these, and I've ran into none that were good. Even I had a case of 93s that was still bad. So I don't know. Those just don't do good. And this, I'm surprised this is still good, because I don't think I've seen anyone that's had this that's still been good. But I could be wrong. But that's what it is. It's still good. Goes great to Salisbury. So let's get this gum out last, and then we'll be on our way. Let's see how hard of a rock this is. Hopefully it's not. Well, nice and soft. Good old spearmint gum. I mean, like I said before, you can't go wrong with MRE gum. Except that, you know, the flavor goes away pretty quickly, but, you know, it cleans your palate. You don't want to have disgusting beef patty, bean and tomato sauce breath all day. Especially for me, I don't want to have that weird old caramel breath all day. So, nice little pick-me-up after that. So, there's that. Thanks you guys for watching. I got some more cool vintage and current rations coming along the way, so keep on checking me out. See ya.